Hello, fifth graders. This is Mrs. Munyon, and I'm here with Chapter 6, Lesson 3 today. We are learning to multiply decimals by whole numbers. Okay, so let's take a look at what that looks like. In example 1, we see that it says to find the area of a rectangle that is 4 feet by 3 and 62 hundredths of a foot. So if this were the rectangle right here, okay, we could label it as 4 feet. Actually, this would probably be the 4 feet. And that would be the length. And the width would be 3.62, right? And what do we remember about area? Area equals length times width. All right, so here they've set the problem up as 4 times 3.62, but we could also set it up as 3.62 plus 3.62 plus that would be 4 3.62s, right? 3 and 62 hundredths. Just keep adding them. 3 and 62 hundredths plus 3 and 62. I'm saying hundreds. It's really tenths. Hundreds. It's hundreds. These are the tenths. These are the hundredths. 62 hundredths. 3 and 62 hundredths. I doubted myself for a second there. All right. When we are adding decimals, it's the same as adding any other number. We just make sure we line up the decimals so that our place values will be lined up. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12 plus the 2, that's 14. So 4 times 3 and 62 hundredths is 14 and 48 hundredths. See the decimal right here? I just bring it straight down. Now, if we're multiplying, we multiply pretty much ignoring the decimal, right? So times 4. And they did the work for you over here, but I want to show you. Okay, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12, plus the 2 is 14. Oh, isn't that the same as here? Now, if we know where the decimal goes because we already added and we brought the decimal straight down. But if we had not done that, how would we know where the decimal goes? We count how many digits to the right of a decimal. So this one's to the right, this one's to the right of this decimal right here. That's 2 digits to the right. So we are going to start on the far right and move the decimal 1, 2 places. Does that land our decimal in the same place as here? It sure does. So that's how that works. Let's try another one. Example 2, 3 times 96 hundredths. They already set it up for us. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 9 is 27 plus the 1, that's 28. And 3 times 3 times 0 is 0 plus the 2 is 2. Okay. Now, in this one, it's a little deceiving. It could almost look as if this decimal were brought straight down, but that is not the case. We count how many digits to the right of a decimal, which in this case is 2. Then we start on the far right, move our decimal 2 places over, which puts it here. So 3 times 96 hundredths is 2 and 88 hundredths. So the product, 2 and 88 hundredths, could we multiply round 96 hundredths to 1? Multiply that by 3. Oh, they did it up here, 3. Okay, so I would say the product 2 and 88 hundredths is indeed close to an estimate of 3, so this checks as reasonable. Okay, multiply, check for reasonableness. So if I were to estimate, or I don't think I even need to estimate, what is half of 6? Half of 6, that would be 3, right? So 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 0 is 0, plus the 3 is 3. Then after we move the decimal, which we determine, we'll move it one place because there's one digit to the right. We move it. And we end up with the number 3. So it works. Okay, how about 2.6 of 3? I think I'll round 2.6 up to 3. Multiply that by 4. So we have an estimate of 12. Now let's do the actual math. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 2 is 10. We have one digit to the right of a decimal. So we'll start at the right and move one place over. So our decimal's right here. 10.4, is that about the same as 12 from our estimate? Yeah, I'd say those are pretty close. I feel good about that. Okay, so now you're going to try some on your own. Okay, it says check for reasonableness. So we should be seeing an estimate as well. And it's good if you do those first because the estimate will help you check yourself that you have a correct answer. And if you round in a way that it's easy mental math, it won't be very stressful to you to estimate first. All right, go try those.